Hey everybody, how you doing? I know it's been a long time since my last video. I've been a little bit preoccupied. So, yeah, I just want to jump right in. So, for some of the newer viewers, I would just like to just review everything. Okay, so if you're new, start with this video. Okay? Alright. Hold up one sec. Okay. So, to start off, I'm a hunter. So what I do is it's my job to act as sort of like the border patrol between our world and the spirit worlds. Um, so yeah, let's start there. Okay, so as a hunter, I use lots of different materials to do my hunts. Um, Mostly iron, blessed salt, and silver. And I'll get into all that in just a short minute. So yeah, all right. So what do we do, or what do we deal with? Okay, so um, we have I think it's like we have six different things we deal with, okay, which are called the hunted, and those break into these categories. So first one is spirits. Spirits are beings created by the creator, whoever that is, to do the tasks of regulating everything in the universe. So think of it like a computer, okay? Spirits are programs that are designed to do whatever they're programmed to do, which is putting it simply, but that's really how it works. So, um, it's not our job to destroy spirits unless they have to be destroyed, but more so, when a spirit does something it's not supposed to be doing, or a program is doing something it's not supposed to be doing, then it comes under our jurisdiction. So we either have to correct the problem or destroy the spirit. Spirits have abilities based on what their job is to do. So if there's a spirit in control of the weather in a given area, it'll have abilities related to the weather. See what I'm saying? Spirits cannot be hurt by humans because they're made of energy forms. Um, it is impossible to grab them the way you would grab a human. Um, um, Spirits can be affected by certain metals or blessed objects, namely iron as a metal, and blessed objects like holy water, salt, blessed salt, um, certain things. Spirits break down into five different categories. Angels, sorry, angels, totemic spirits, which are sort of like spirits of concepts. So like there's a totemic spirit of air. There's also a totemic spirit of greed. Okay. Then you have the Fae, which are um, fairies. They're kind of like spiritual beings of the primal. Um, Fourth, you have death spirits, which are things like psychopomps, or the things that decide when people die, or not really decide, but carry out the death. And then the fifth one is demons, which are corrupt spirits doing things they're not supposed to be doing and corrupting other programs. So, after spirits, there are monsters. Monsters are human beings possessed by a spirit, and thus the energy form is now controlling their brain and manifesting through them etheric energy or life energy. This makes the human very strong, very powerful, heals quickly, all the things you expect from a monster, and they also get what we call the etheric shell. So pieces of the spirit that is sort of parasiting off of this host will manifest almost like a force field onto the person that is possessed. Um, Possession does not work like, just jumps right in. It has to be foregoing of willpower, which is why most possessions are voluntary. So yeah. Now after, well, okay, then monsters breaks down into two different categories. Um, you have the shape changers, and then you have the um, abjurers. Abjurers, sorry. Um, which is not really that important. Almost all monsters can be killed with silver or slowed down with silver. Most are capable of being hurt by holy objects as well. So yeah. Um, so after monsters, you have the created, and the created are beings who are not um, born the way a human, animal, or plant is. They're not made by possession for the most part. Um, the created are beings that are patched together out of whatever material and then given a semblance of life. This is often done by alchemists or particularly powerful magic users. After that, you have the undead, which are corpses that are either animated by possession by a spirit or animated by dark magic. After that, you have slashers, which are basically serial killers, and they don't really fall under our jurisdiction, but often the things that we are looking for get confused for serial killers. So, and that is, and then most importantly, ghosts. These are probably the most common of all the things we deal with, and those are the residuals of a human consciousness left in an energy form similar to a spirit left on Earth, and they are bound to things called anchors or fetters. These are objects that they held in life or had a great connection to in life, and those kind of keep them here. This can be their bodies, or it can be an object. In order to get rid of them, the object has to be destroyed. Alright, so after that, that's pretty much everything about the hunted. Being a hunter has a strict code, um, which basically is don't kill anything that's innocent, and we have a job to do. We're not trying to hurt anyone or anything. But yeah, so these things are real. Don't ever think that they're not. There's many different types of everything that I just mentioned. So yeah. Um, and yeah, that's basically everything about the hunted and a little bit about hunters. Um, I'm going to go into a little bit of hunter history. We don't know who the first hunter was, but we do know that the last great hunter was, or at least in legend, is Beowulf, and that's because he was the last great hunter to have the strength of many men and to hunt alone. Um, Hunters in general, myself included, do not hunt alone, or do hunt with others. Sorry. Um, for the simple reason that it is the safest thing to do, and we need others. We're human. We gotta do what we can. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything. Any questions? Shoot them in the comments. I would love to hear them. If you have any video requests, please send them out. Yeah. Alright guys, so have a good night and happy hunting.